by 5 p.m. So we'll continue to monitor this development. Let's move on quickly. It's Sunday, so let's talk about matters of religion. The umbrella body of Christians in Nigeria, the Christian Association of Nigeria, C.A.N, has expressed embarrassment over the outrage that has trailed alleged false testimonies by members of the Lord Chosen Charismatic Revival Ministry, led by Pastor Lazarus Muka. The chairman of the Lagos chapter of the association, Bishop Stephen Adegbite, expressed shock that the church allowed the testimonies which he described as fabrications. Bishop Adegbite said God would not work supernatural miracles that way, adding that there were no shortcuts to academic success other than hard work and belief in God. He was referring to a viral video in which a member of the church gave a testimony claiming she received divine assistance during an examination. BKO.
I'm happy that C.A.N is beginning to get involved in this extremely messy affair. As you can see, this does not do credit to Christianity. It diminishes the faith when people stand in front of the church and roll out fables. These are You can't believe in this age people will come out with such barefaced lies and dress barefaced lies up as a testimony. When you want to do an election, do an examination, you must work hard, prepare very hard for the examination. The notion that God will help you to cheat in an examination, send angels down to give you answers. But she claimed that they asked them questions about capitals of some African countries and that nobody knew the answer, but that an old man emerged from under her apron and then began to reel out answers. And that the invigilator suspected foul play and pulled up the apron. When they pulled up the apron, the angel disappeared. But that once they dropped the apron, it was back. Come on. This sort of things, even a little boy can't stand before me and will be regaled by barefaced lies without the little boy protesting. And people will shout and clap. We've heard stories from the same church about somebody who said lion waved at her. Lion said bye-bye. Do lions speak the language of human beings? Animals may understand us, you know. You can speak, an animal will understand what you are saying, based on training. Dogs especially, they are that intelligent, But it is inconceivable to think that a lion will raise his foreleg, that's his two legs, one of his two legs, and then wave. They not just wave. He went as far, so the lion went as far as saying bye-bye. Bye-bye. Come on. And the woman would say, people came, we take AK-47, I disarmed them. We shouldn't turn Christianity to a joke. Yes, we want people to come to church, but there are other ways by which we can encourage people to attend our churches. Churches can do a lot within the communities where they operate from, where they are located, that would make people to feel like attending such churches, like doing corporate social responsibility, for example, giving people piped water in the area where your church is located, helping people who do not have money to further their education. Churches can do a lot, and there's a lot of money at their disposal. They can do a lot to encourage people to come and worship with them. I've seen practically a pastor of Redeemed Church who did this in Akute, and a lot of the children, of the residents of the area, they began to come to the church. He was paying for JAMB, paying exam fees for NECO and for WAEC. So, based on his good conduct, those children were encouraged to be going to the church. And the number of church members swelled. So, by your conduct, by your exemplary conduct, you can actually encourage people to take to your faith, to begin to attend your church. It is not by people standing in front of the church and reeling out barefaced lies, dressing up barefaced lies as testimony, and even lying against God, lying against the Spirit in the process. I've been told that lying against the Holy Spirit is the worst sin that anyone can. Yes, is the worst sin that anybody can commit, worse than even fornication. How do you do that? So, C.A.N and PFN, they are supposed to be regulators of the faith. They can't fold their arms and watch some of the things that are happening continuing. There was a pastor who said he was taking people to heaven, and he collected money from them. In this our country, there was buying ticket for them. Nigerians
love miracles, so
yeah,
that's something
that is amazing. We love
it. We can't say what exactly these testifiers were trying to achieve, but some of these testimonies sound very exaggerated. But then, are we going to say there are no testimonies that are beyond human comprehension?
No, there are, of course. But then, you must be able to take your testimony from the physical to the spiritual. Sometimes I feel ashamed being a Christian when I watch some of these things. One basic fact is this: God will not do for you what you should do yourself. Okay. You can't tell God to transport you from here to the next room when you can walk. But if, for instance, you need to go to the island and you don't have money for transport, you can do something. Perhaps pray, or somebody just meets you and says, "Oh, I've not seen you in a long while," and gives you money. That tallies with your prayer to God for money for that transportation. You are ill, you don't go to the hospital, and you are praying in your house. Definitely what you are waiting for is death. Because God created doctors and nurses for that purpose. So you are not learned. You want to tell me you want to stay in your room without a teacher, nobody to put you through no books, and you want to tell me you have passed WASC or JAMB or your UTM. It's strange. Those are not testimonies. But if you don't have money to buy your form, somebody strolls along because of your desire and pays for your form. It's a miracle. But people don't like miracles that don't sound outlandish. They don't. Sometimes
esoteric miracle.
Sometimes I sit down and I say, God, where is the next perhaps? Where is the next meal going to come from? And then before somebody has sent me some money, I take that as a miracle. Though the person is owing me, but he paid at the right time when I needed that money.
That's God's intervention.
That's God's intervention. It's not man, because he could have delayed it, he could have done it, anything could have happened. There are days that in this Lagos, when I initially came, I would trek from my office in Oregon to Dokpemu. But gradually God did something. It moved me from that level to another level. That's transformation, but not for me to say I was in the toilet of an airport and I appeared in France. Yes. No, those are not that far. We should take it easy.
Lion waving at
So that's like the most ridiculous
It's
one.
most ridiculous.
So, gentlemen, we hope C.A.N PFN take this warning seriously. Yeah, because some have called them enablers.
Not even after this Jeremiah Fufenyi issue with NAFDA. That's also is ridiculous.
Yes, that if you are selling water to people and that they drink the water, they will have twins. And all that. Come on.
All right, let's move on quickly. Tough times, they say, required adoption of novel measures to survive. In this regard, managers have been urged to evaluate the leadership capabilities, organization structure, and systems they are planning to adopt to stay ahead in the face of global disruption. The Director of Current Affairs at TVC Communications, Babajide Kolade Otitojo, stressed this while delivering a lecture on strategic leadership at a program organized by the Chartered Institute of Management and Leadership held at the Federal University